Until this point, I primarily focused on 20th century, on slavery and how music acted as protest movement, protest songs, and also songs of resistance. But going back to the article that I mentioned from the philosophy one, which is honestly such an excellent article. Please use it as much as you can. Of course, use it in ways that are as unusual and as unique to you as possible, but it's really, really helpful. And the author who's written this has drawn a link between how slavery is tied to 20th century American protest movements, for example, with the civil rights movement. And the main historian he puts that is Frank Kofsky, writing quite a long time ago in 1970 on Black nationalism and the revolution in music. And one of the central themes that I also want to flag here when we're talking about how significant music is in changing the course of history is thinking about this not just from a political message, right? Because we have images like here, for example, on the Selma to Montgomery marches, where music like We Shall Overcome was highly significant and united these crowds together. You know, you sing as an individual, but everyone else is singing around you at the same time. You almost participate, you almost become integrated within. Music helps you to integrate within a community. And yeah, it almost just through like a crowd of people all singing the same things, all advocating for the same things. You can see how it's very different from just one individual singing and listening to music. Um, but it's yeah, so powerful. Not just to the people within the crowd, but to outside watchers as well. So in this scene, I think they're singing "We Shall Overcome" by Mahalia Jackson. But this is also, you know, like a political and social kind of history of how music helped these Selma to Montgomery marches for the right to vote for African Americans. But at the same time, we can also take a cultural history approach to this question and say, you know, what is the course of history? Does it have to be a linear event going, for example, saying Black African Americans couldn't vote in the US, and then they were able to vote. And this was, you know, the only change over time question that we want to ask. But can you also think about the course of history as something related with culture?